Mm. You need to put all the books up here. Okay, you have level 4 already. That's good. I like a clipboard. It's got a clipboard. Yeah. Hey, get a binder if possible, something like that, so you can. So what do you want to play first today? Finger power?
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with that.
And this finger power.
Put everything on the side here. What's up with that plastic bag? Do you have something in there?
Oh yeah, the card.
Don't lose that. Yep, one first. You wish the pedal alright? Actually, move it back a little bit. It might help. Just a little bit. Is it more comfortable?
I almost went down.
You're almost standing. That's fine. You can try that. As long as you have control over the pedal, then that's good. See, you don't want to sit too far to the left. Yeah. You want to leave yourself some room. Always in the middle.
This is always.
Yeah. How did you play this one at home? Like, how do you sit at home? Properly. Get closer or?
Closer. And sometimes I just use my tippy toe to press it.
It's harder on the grand piano, right? It's much heavier. Okay, do it again. Pretty smooth. Now, okay. Remember why there are 2 circles right there? Wait, there's nothing on the right hand. You should have that, right? But you don't have it here.
Yeah.
Okay? Oh, the other thing is, which C is that? Yeah. Oh yeah. Try from right here. Actually, it's easier that way too. Okay? Now, yeah, I see that you're getting louder, right? However, you give a little bit more when you cross over to the left hand, especially the second page. You go da 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 da. I will do da 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 dum. Okay? Try that a little bit. Into the opposite, start from the loud and get soft. Da 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 da. Dee da dee da dee da dee. Same thing here. Dee da da dee da da dee. Can you try that? Right, please. Da 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 da. This one. Da 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 da. Okay, from loud to soft. Yeah. Little softer. Good. Yeah, and the second page then. Dee da da dee da da dee. Good. From there. Wait, no, nothing there, remember? Yeah, try it. Come on, wake up. Start softer. Alright. Good, the second page. Start softer. Yeah, good. Alright, that's a pass for both of them. Good job. I'll warm them now. That means we get a new one right here. I don't have this small sticker anymore. So let me just have a big one. Ugh, kind of ugly looking. But yeah. What's the day today? 25th. Alright, let's go. example, let's go C major chord. When we use the right hand play, we use 1, 2, 3, 5. Why? Because, well, if you look at our fingers, it's kind of hard to stretch out these 3 fingers, right? And if you can see, these 3 notes are closer to each other. Now skip 2, and that's a 4 note. Yeah? So for the right hand, use this finger, right? Make sense? And for the left hand, though, I mean, because 3 and 4 are so hard, I mean, it's just uncomfortable. So you got to use 1, 2, 4, 5. Make sense? Oh no. Yeah, you can also use strong fingers. Hey, by the way, no pedal. You don't need pedal on this one. Because pedal is kind of like cheating in this one. You get to play with very clean sound. Right. Okay? See that? Yeah. So you work on that. Now this one. Okay. How many beats do you have per measure?
Are you saying 4?
Yes. By the way, that C right here is the same as 4/4. That C stands for common time. Common, because 4/4 is the most common, rhythm that we run across. Okay. So the first beat is going to be right here. This is the second beat, and that's the third beat, and that's the fourth beat. So every beat you can play 4 notes, 4/16 notes. So it goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See that? Oh, here's the thing. Hey, wait. Here's the thing. Most people say this is easy, but they make the same mistake. Okay, you need to play together. Okay, and that means every note you play, you're gonna have it at the same time. Okay. Some people like. After a while, they go like that, and it's pretty fast too. So. Like that. Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. You'll be okay, but you just need to be aware. Okay? Play together. Yeah, your finger's a little bit unclean. Yeah, you can do that.
I have to make the left hand stronger than the right hand.
Over time, they'll become more balanced. They kind of serve different purposes. Yeah, usually the left hand need to be more flexible and more stretchy. And this one goes like this. I think you're good at it. That's how you're going to sound like. Alright? Good. Shall we? You like stronger, huh?
What's the next one?
For these 2 pieces?
No, I'm saying those pieces.
Don't worry about the speed at first, okay? Learn it first, and then we'll talk about how fast you need. I don't want you to think about the speed in the first week yet. Alright. last time. That's a lot better than last time. Now, one small thing. You waited a bit too long here. And here. You waited too long. So. You just waited for like half a bit longer than it's supposed to be. Just try from right here. Do you know how fast this is? Hmm? Listen. Did you listen to the original one? Let me see here. Oh,
I think I did.
Really? The wind, colors of the wind. Really?
Kind of swing it.
Yeah. No, just play it straight. Yeah, see, 96. Okay? I don't want you to go faster than that because it's starting to feel like we're rushing. Okay, can you try that? Just go to like this. Shape of your melody. Okay? Wait a second. Now, here. Now, you rise. Now, finally deep. Okay? So you have two phrases that are more or less the same. Last note need to be soft, yeah? Yeah, come on. See that? Yeah? Try it out. Especially last note, so. Only the last note need to be soft. Let go. Good. Both hands together? I think it's still a little bit on the faster side, yeah. Oh my god, he doesn't recognize my face. Oh, where's the pedal? Hey, it's a pedal! And by the way, when you end, that is your thumb. It's a big finger. You need to be really careful with that, otherwise you go, okay, duh! Okay? Take it easy. Yes. next one. Play soft. This. Piano for me. Make an echo. Now come on. Really come out. That way you have like more ups and downs, okay? It makes music a lot more captivating. You try from right here now?
Where?
Right here. Come out. Both hands. Yeah, that's more beautiful. Okay, so other than fixing that, you need to add shape to all the phrases that you play. Okay, and what's dynamics? Pretty good. I'm gonna give you 4.5 stars. And do you, when you're practicing, I know you kind of memorized the song already. Yeah. When you were practicing, do you look at the music?
It's kind of hard, so I kind of don't have time to look at.
Yeah, you know, you don't look at one note and play one note. Look at one note and no, you don't do that. Okay, once you get to know the piece really well, you actually look up for like half a second and then you already scan the entire line. That's what we do, you know. We look at the music, not trying to read every single note, but we use that as a reminder because we already have the music in here. Okay? That's how we look at music. But when you're practicing slowly, you want to have your eyes on the music a lot. Okay? Remember, I keep telling people, if you play fast all the time, you're gonna mess up. Yeah. So we do a slow practice. And eventually you're gonna perform this by memory. Okay? Have a sit. Yeah. When you play this for the recital, you're gonna do that by memory without a book. But how do you make sure you don't forget the note, right? It's, if you think about it, it's scary. Now it's 3 pages. Later, if you have a piece that's like 30 pages, how do we make sure? Yeah. How do we make sure we don't forget the notes? Right. That's a lot of notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the way to do it is one, through slow practice, so you don't mess up your fingers, and at the same time you look at the music. So when you're performing by memory without a book, when you're just playing, suddenly it feels like the music, you know, it's floating in front of you. You can see it in your memory, and you want that. You want that. Okay? Yeah. So when you're performing, not only your finger knows where to go, your ears knows what kind of sound you're creating. At the same time, if you close your eyes for a second, you will see the music floating in front of you. I know exactly. I'm on the 3rd line, the 2nd measure, and then I have an F sharp on the right hand, and a G, and an A, you know, like that. It's scary, right? But that's what's going through our mind when we perform. And then after we perform that a few times, suddenly just like you forget everything. You just sit down and you just play, and it's beautiful. And that's the highest level. You are in the music, you're part of the music. Alright? So before you get there, I need you to be able to slow practice with your eyes on the music. So really remember how they look like. Okay? Good. Next one. How's the counting? Fun?
I've been counting and I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, do you want to go slower and count aloud? I want to see and make sure you know how to count it first. Okay? Count aloud. You don't have to do it with pedal when you're counting. So, yeah.
Yes!
So you can rest your foot a little bit and just count 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3,
and
1.
play slowly. Yeah, go ahead.
1. Wait, how much slow?
How fast do you usually count when you practice?
Sometimes 1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
1.
let's do that. Go. Now, one thing that concerns me is the left hand finger. You know? So, yeah, change that to 2. Why? Because we want to avoid putting our thumb on a blank key. It's uncomfortable. You gotta move your hand in, and when you need to play the next key, you gotta move your hand out. Okay? Plus, if you put the second finger here, 3, and then 1 will be pretty comfortable here. Okay? 1 here, 2 here. The next one will be 5. What? It's comfortable to the hand. Yeah? You see that? And then here, I would say just use 2. And then that 3, you gotta use it. Why? That's the most natural fingering. See that? 1, 3, 5. And then you can just sit there without moving. And then I would say jump a little bit second. And then basically follow the bow. Okay? And do 2 here. And naturally you should be having 5 right here. Okay? You just play the left hand from right here. Jump. Good. Let go. Good. Third finger. So you don't need to move, right? It's so comfortable. Move your hand a little bit, just a little bit. Second. so much, right? Basically, your left hand is covering like this much distance. That's it. Yeah? Okay, from right here now, without a pedal, you don't even need to count. Just kind of feel the beat, okay? Without pedal, both hands. I want you to get used to the finger. Here, for the most part, are just a not so intense version of this. It gets more intense here, if you think about it. Yeah?
No.
Yeah? No, don't rush. See that forte? See that major forte right here? So here, I would say maybe 1, 2, 3, 1. Now we're gonna read here. You gotta really put all the power you got in there. Left hand good. Punch it. Yeah. Like that. Get it? Hey, second finger. Oh, wrong finger. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, slowly. See? Glitches starting to happen. Don't do it. See? 2 and 4. Feel 1 right here. Play 1. And then 2 and 4 with. Yeah, there you go. Get it? I think you're like on 1. Yes. Yes. Okay, now this is a pretty fast song, right? So after you change the finger from today, you need to be very careful with the fingering once you practice for the next few days. Why? Because the scary thing about playing a fast song is not because it's fast or anything. It's about making sure you do exactly the same thing every time you practice. That means use the same fingering every time you play it. Okay? Now, what happens if you use different fingerings to practice that from time to time? Well, when you're performing in front of people or videotaping, you're playing full speed and then you got distracted a little bit, and your finger will automatically use a different finger, and then you just get stuck. Ooh, wait, hold on. Wait, what? It happens. Okay? So every time you have something fast, remember this. You want to.
Slow fast.
Yes, that's the first thing, and then you also make sure the fingering is the same. Assuming you get a good fingering, okay? Make sure it's exactly the same every time you play it. Okay? And then it's gonna be pretty solid. Good, I like the counting, so this will fix the fingering. Okay? And then it should be pretty solid next time. I'll hear that more. Okay? Good. The next one. the level 3 books. Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm kind of tired of home. Sometimes when I'm playing fast, I kind of like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and not mess up. Sometimes I
Yeah.
practice.
I mean,
counting.
as long as you're moving your tongue to count, you're gonna get tired. So after you count loud like that for a little bit, for a couple of weeks, you can just switch it back to counting in your mind. It will still be pretty good. But from time to time, you need to slow down and count it out loud, just to make sure what you have in here is perfect. You know? It's always going back and forth like that for practicing. It's normal. Good. That's nice. Now, do you realize that after you move up, the piano gets softer? Yep. Now, that means when you move up and you want to keep the same sound, you need to kind of play harder on the right hand. Yeah? Make sense? And what's the overall mood of this piece? What's the mood of this piece?
Oh, it's a love song and kind of sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
A little bit sad, not like too sad. I guess.
Very
Okay.
sad.
Now, that also means the dynamics you want to have, it's not going to be like super loud, right? Yeah? So when you go from soft to loud here, it's. I don't want you to go that much. You know, maybe just like, look, this is the loud part, that's the soft, that's it. But now you're like this loud. Okay? So don't overdo it when you get to push the notes, okay? Don't make it like explosive loud. Now, after you play the second, after you finish the first time, you play second time. Yes, you can give more sound on it. Yeah. Yes. So the first time, don't give so much. So the second time, you can balance out a bit better. Okay? Can you try that again? So let's recap. The first time, not so loud. And when you get louder, follow the shape. Don't push it through the roof. Okay? And the second time, when you repeat, give a little bit more. Still shape it. Alright? That's pretty good. That's already too much. Sorry. A little bit less on that one. Yeah. Try again. Yes. A little bit too weak. Yes. Do that one more time. That's a lot better. Move a little bit faster. So it feels more flowing. Oh really? They probably choreographed something in there.
Yep.
You
There's
know-
true love and what is the true love by? And another.
What do you watch on YouTube?
It's not something
So
like
sad.
it's just a part.
I see. Okay, you know what? I don't need you to play this one. It's okay. It's fine. Let me see what you got in this book.
Okay, so nothing in lesson book?
Done with that. Actually, give me the level 4 lesson
Okay.
book. Oh, let's make it drop. Give me level 4. Congrats.
I'm so excited.
I have to do this one. Tarantella. You know what that is?
What?
You know the big spider? The tarantula?
Oh yeah,
So,
over here.
so the idea is that if you got bit by a big spider like that, you need to dance like crazy. So you can drive the venom out of your blood by sweating. Otherwise you can die. Get the idea? So, yeah, that's the fun part. So it goes like this. Okay, sounds fun. And how do you count this rhythm?
Each eighth note gets one beat.
Uh-huh.
And make sure.
So there'll be 1, 2, 3,
3,
1, 2, 3. 1, that's the rest. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so do a lot of counting. This is the same as the pirate. Okay? Alright, that's it for now today. Have fun. You don't need to bring the lesson book for level 3 now.